Okay, quiet now.
From Mopper 511, how do you learn to play turnarounds? I can usually play a turnaround when it's presented in a book or video, but have a hard time bringing these into my own playing. Do you build up a repertoire of adaptable turnarounds, or do you learn the theory behind turnarounds and come up with one spontaneously?
That's a really good question, because I found the same difficulty, and I think everybody has. And it's not. I think this difficulty comes in with not just turnarounds, but learning licks. Period. But turnarounds definitely even more so, and I'll explain that in a second. You know, when you learn a lick, whatever it is, whatever the length is, whatever the style, anything about it, the toughest part is actually putting it into something real. Because the lick that you learned, you might not be playing in the same situation where the lick was invented. Maybe you're learning a lick that was totally improvised. Maybe you're learning a lick that was written. Either way, the artist that you took it from, if you transcribed it off a record or you're getting it off a transcription, you're in a totally different headspace than that artist was when they actually play the stuff. It's really hard to all of a sudden just pop that lick out in whatever it is you're doing, especially if you're doing something totally different. Like, let's say you were... you got a B.B. King lick, and you took a lick that he played on the first 2 bars of a 12-bar blues. Now, the way we're always taught and encouraged is, hey, learn the lick and play the lick. So that means, hey, I can play it anywhere I want. Might not fit where you want to put it. And you have to make these decisions, and you have to assess these problems in like a nanosecond while you're playing. It's really hard to do. So my ultimate advice is learn the lick, learn the turnaround, and then first of all, set up some kind of scenario, backing track or whatever it is. Get your drum machine out and just play it. Don't hold yourself so much to the fact that you have to play it exactly the way you learned it. Let yourself get into the groove of whatever it is you're playing, and let that lick fit into the pocket of the background instead of thinking, I got to play this lick just like that. And then soon after, or even skip step number 1 and go right to 2, play with people. Because when you play with people, whatever they're playing is going to influence what you're playing. So that's another obstacle when it comes to playing licks. You could be playing this lick and it feels great to you and you're putting it in this certain headspace, but somebody else might give you a little bump, you know, whether it's a chord stab or a drummer and accent, something that throws off your concentration, and your lick is gone. So you have to enable or be ready to let the lick just do what it's going to do. So when you learn a lick or you learn a turnaround, just take the general idea and just play. You know, get it under your fingers, get it comfortable, but let it be what it's going to be.